Hi everybody, I hope you're having a great day. In this video I'm going to be covering Telos. He made his first appearance in Convergence, issue number 0 in June of 2015. When he's in his human form, he stands 6 feet tall and weighs 190 pounds, having no hair at all. Now, an important detail that I'll further address at a later point is that his real name is Arak, the son of thunder. But under his current form and alias of Telos, he's known as the creation of the original Brainiac, and was the supposed physical incarnation of the planet Blood Moon. Telos has a very unique physiology, and actually doesn't have a physical body. He just uses the materials of the Blood Moon to make a body for himself to use when he's interacting with other beings. Normally he takes on the form of the Brainiac that's native to that reality, but after his encounter with the Superman of Earth Zero, he assumes a form that's a mixture of the Superman and Brainiac of Earth Zero. Being the all-powerful entity of his own planet, he's able to turn off all the superpowers of the inhabitants of the cities that he tends to, including those that are given by technology. He's omnipresent, being able to manifest at any place on the planet at will. And on the Blood Moon, aka the self-named planet Telos, he has omniscience, knowing everything that goes on within the various cities on the planet. And to round out his immense powers, he can also manipulate the weather of his planet. Now, as I stated earlier, Telos was a supposed artificial intelligence that was made by the first Brainiac to run the day-to-day operations on the Blood Moon. Since his creation, Telos has worked for every version of Brainiac that's ever existed anywhere in the multiverse, consistently carrying out experiments for him when he wasn't around. His most recent master was the Brainiac of Future Zen, who he served until his master mysteriously disappeared while trying to get the metropolis of his native timeline. In Brainiac's absence, Telos became quite contemplative, and he came to the conclusion that since Brainiac is unique, he must be as well. Due to this, he decided to give himself a degree of authoritative liberty, deeming that Brainiac intended to have the captives of the multiverse fight each other to see who was worthy of surviving. You see, this planet was completely populated by refugee cities that Brainiac had collected from around the multiverse. And shortly after Telos decreed his competition, several beings from Earth 2 made the unprecedented arrival on his world. He was confused by their arrival, and he was temporarily weakened by Green Lantern Alan Scott, and this allowed the prisoners to escape. Telos quickly recovered and then went to locate the Earth 2 natives. During this time, there was a sorcerer named Deimos who took the opportunity to summon Brainiac and look into his mind to reveal the truth about Telos' identity. Deimos learned that he was not a planet created by Brainiac, but he was actually once a man. Specifically a man of the Quantanka native tribe, having the real name Bright Sky After Storm, actually being the son of a woman and the thunder god named Hino. So to be clear about this, Telos was the pre-52 character named Arak, son of thunder. In the past, Arak's world was threatened by Brainiac, and he was then forced into eternal servitude for him in exchange for the lives of his wife and his children. This revelation shocked Telos, and at this moment of weakness, it allowed the sorcerer Deimos to take control of the Blood Moon. During the sorcerer's takeover, Telos simply retreated and remained at a complete loss over the life that he once had. He was effectively sulking, but he was soon tracked down by Dick Grayson, who ended up convincing him that since he's now free from Brainiac's control, that he can make his own decisions and correct the mistakes that he had done in the past, and possibly use his powers to find his family. Telos then agreed to help Grayson stop the sorcerer Deimos and save every captive on the planet. He banded up with Grayson and his group of heroes from different worlds in battling Deimos, and they finally regained control of the planet. But when Parallax killed the sorcerer, he unwittingly released all the unstable temporal energies that he had built up within him. And this sparked an imminent destruction of the multiverse. And although Telos wasn't powerful enough to undo the damage, he knew who could: Brainiac. They then had the hero Wave Rider summon Brainiac, who at this point was regretting his actions. Brainiac helped save the multiverse by sending a group of heroes to prevent the first crisis and returning the captive cities and their inhabitants back to their realities. When this was done, Brainiac released Telos from his servitude, and he vanished. Telos then decided to take the Blood Moon to the Earth 2 reality and gave the planet to the Earth 2 survivors as their new homeworld. Soon after that, he left to search unknown regions for his beloved family. Now, due to his powers and abilities and his influence on the DC universe, for my 1 to 10 rating, I'll give Telos a rating of 8, which is an unforgettable rating. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you next time. Be sure to like and subscribe to The New Sage.